guys, Odin Wolf here, and today we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at some of the new components that I've got for my system, as well as a new case. So, starting things off here, the case is the Phanteks Enthoo Luxe. This is a full tower, and it features sandblasted aluminum faceplates and is in the matte black finish. They also sell a glossy white version if you're interested in that, but of course I've got the matte black system here. I will have much more on the case itself later on in the video. I'll show all the components and everything inside the case and everything booted up, but unfortunately I did not get the unboxing on video as my camera batteries decided to crap out halfway through that unboxing, so I apologize for that, but stay tuned later on if you want to see more on the case. So moving on to the rest of the components that I ordered from Newegg here. Some of the components you'll see here have actually been in two of my previous rigs, starting with my Alienware Aurora and then on up through the system that I built last year. So I think it was about time to finally bring those up to modern spec, and we'll get to that here in just a second. So went ahead and picked up a new power supply. This is the Corsair AX860i. This is a fully modular power supply, and it's 860 watts, of course. So the power supply that was in my current rig was a 750 watt Corsair HX series, so plenty good enough for what I was using it for, but I did want to go ahead and upgrade to a fully modular power supply, as the HX series was not fully modular. Picked up a new mouse here. This is the Death Adder Chroma. So if you're familiar with the Death Adders, you know what that's all about. The Chroma is, of course, their version of the Corsair RGB series. My Rootkit Cone XTD actually had a scroll wheel failure about 2 weeks ago, so I've got that one sent off for repair, and just needed one to get me by until I get that back from repair. So looking forward to getting my Rootkit back, because that actually fits my hand a lot better. So moving on, here is an additional LED strip that you can pick up for the Enthoo Luxe case for the inside, and it hooks in with the pre-installed lights on the outside as well, so that's pretty cool. The RAM is the Corsair Vengeance Pro series, 2400 megahertz. It's 16 gigs, two 8 gig sticks, so that was a nice upgrade coming from my previous 4-year-old Vengeance 1600 megahertz RAM. So now moving on to the bread and butter of this whole unboxing here, and I know a lot of guys were looking forward to seeing this, as was I. So not going to spoil it just yet, but I'm sure if you saw my last video you'll know what this is, and I'll just say these are very, very hard to come by, and that should be a big enough hint for you guys. So it is coming up on Halloween time, so if you're interested in getting a awesome Ninja Turtle costume, Newegg can hook you up, so check that out. So here it is, of course, the MSI GTX 980 Gaming 4G, featuring the Twin Frozer 5 cooler design. Like I said, these are very tough to pick up right now with the limited stock, and one reason that I did go with the MSI version as opposed to an EVGA, which I've used EVGA solely for my previous video cards, but went with an MSI because they do seem to have a little bit more stock with the MSI cards on Newegg. I have actually yet to see an I've yet to see an EVGA card come in stock since the 980 and 970s were released. I think they had that one initial bunch that came out, but other than that, I haven't seen any. So here's a look at the back of the case, just showing off the Twin Frozer cooler, and of course the sides there, just the generic NVIDIA design. So go ahead and pull the box out here. Very cool packaging by MSI. I like the whole dragon design. Like I said, I've got the GD65 motherboard, and it has that same design on it. So that was another reason I went with this card, is to keep the whole MSI gaming design theme going. So got the little logo there on the top of this box here. This is your accessories box, which will feature on the driver's CD, the manual, and then some extra components here. But like I've mentioned before, I don't ever use the pre-installed driver's disc that comes with it. I always recommend checking online and getting the most up-to-date version of the drivers, as well as the NVIDIA GeForce Experience. You want to make sure you have the most up-to-date version of that software as well. So here's a little quick start guide, or actually this is just an advertisement showing the rest of MSI's gaming products, their laptops, their mouse, keyboards, monitors, all that good stuff. So have to check some of that stuff out because I haven't really looked into all of their products. But so anyway, here's the driver's disc. Like I mentioned, do not use that disc unless you absolutely have to. You want to use the most recent drivers and software to make sure you get all the updated features with shadow play and all that good stuff. So some more propaganda from MSI. Not sure what that's all about, but one cool thing that this card does come with is a actual mouse pad here. And this seems to be a very well made, really cool mouse pad. It's got the actual graphic of the card on it. It is made out of a neoprene cloth material though, and unfortunately I am allergic to that material, which I found out just earlier this year. So unfortunately not going to be able to use that mouse pad, which I do already have a hardtop mouse pad that I use right now anyway. So, but it is nice to see something like that featured with a graphics card. You know, you spend $500+ on a graphics card, the least they could do is throw in something like that. But I appreciate that, and that's really cool. So taking the graphics card itself out of the paper here, just an awesome design. I love the look of this graphics card. Unfortunately, the front faceplate is also made out of plastic instead of metal, which I really would have wished they used metal on that part, as well as there's no backplate just yet for this card. But hopefully down the road MSI will release a backplate for this card, such as EVGA did a few months after the release of the 780s, and I was able to pick one of those up. So anyway, the next little bit here you're going to see, you're probably going to be asking yourself, what is this about? But I've actually sped this next clip up 5 times speed, so you're looking at it fast forward here. But if you're up to date, or if you've researched any of these graphics cards, you may have seen on the MSI forums where a lot of people have had a weird issue with the fans on these cards, where the front fan will spin wide open and you can't control it without actually shutting the computer down. That's the only way you can stop it. And they speculated that it had something to do with this horrible sticker that somebody thought was a good idea to put on the front of a fan. And so I was just as careful as possible when removing this sticker, but like I said, that was actually sped up 5 times, so it took quite a bit longer. But anyway, I haven't had any issues out of mine, but I wanted to post that just to be safe in case something did pop up, that you could see how easily and carefully I removed that sticker. So here is the final product, the case with all the components inside, and of course the LED accent lighting and the extra 1 meter strip that I installed on the inside of the case. So while you guys take a look at this, I just wanted to go over some of the overclock ability that I've gotten out of the GPU so far. Like I mentioned, it has been a much easier card to overclock than my 780 was. And so far I've got it boosted up to 1500 megahertz, just over 1500 megahertz at 1507. Stable. I've ran several Uni-Engine Valley and 3D Mark tests, and have had no issues other than when I tried increasing the voltage. It kind of threw it off there for a little bit, and it wasn't stable. So oddly enough, it seems that if you leave the voltage alone, just leave it at the stock settings, that it's actually a lot better. So it may just be a firmware issue or something that can be fixed later on. But anyway, that's going to about wrap it up for this video, guys. As you can take a look at some of the different color designs you can get out of the LED strips. It's very cool there. So anyway, stay tuned for some actual gameplay performance videos from the GTX 980. I'll have some Battlefield 4 performance up, of course, as well as some of the other games that I do have showing the performance of this card. So anyway, like and subscribe for more unboxing and review videos like this in the future. And as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by, and hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.